Now, there's a thing about fixing computers. Somehow people just sense it. They know that there's a guy in the vicinity that fixes computers. And even though I haven't fixed computers for the public since June of 2024, life finds a way. And this computer found its way to me. Because apparently one of the tenants found out that I fix computers. Again, no idea, they can just feel it. It's like an aroma of the computer fixing. It's probably a bad aroma, actually, if you were to think. Probably like old cabbage. So apparently this computer was given to this guy because his friend said it was shutting down randomly and his friend ended up upgrading. Hopefully he upgraded before the RAM crisis. I hope it doesn't need RAM. Because even DDR4, we're short right now, which is not good.
What the heck is going on with the RAM?
Lupe lives under a rock. I want to join that rock because it's nice to be oblivious. Now, it's not too filthy, but we're gonna glove up anyways because we want to be safe. Now, these are the worst types of repairs. Every repair is the worst type of repair, but ones that lack information and background, it's the worst type of repair because you have to guess what they mean when they say it shuts down. I don't know what that means. You know, does it blue screen? Is it giving you an error? Does it happen when you have a video game on? What have you done? Have you tried to troubleshoot anything? There's so many questions that you need to ask before you can even start to troubleshoot. And the fact that this guy just got the PC because his friend was like, F this thing, this is your problem now. Nice problem to have, a free computer. But that guy just relayed it to me. Just looking at it, again, it's not too dusty.
You said dusty?
That's concerning that these just came off like that, because that indicates somebody's been working on this thing. Little Gucci. I've seen much worse. That's what concerns me. My immediate concern is that's unplugged, which means this may have been troubleshot. But there's more. Can you see the power cable? It's not plugged in. Actually, there's a better angle right here. Yeah, so there's this big gap in there. 24 pin. Let me see this. 24 pin is not connected all the way either. That concerns me. I'm inheriting someone else's troubleshooting that obviously they failed. Oh, look at this. I just noticed this. Can you pick that up on camera?
They can definitely see
it's sideways.
Yes.
Oh, look at that. Where's the gooch collector when you need him? So let's do a rapid fire of this one, Lupe. All the stuff that's wrong with it, immediately noticeable by the eye. GPU, not plugged in. GPU, screwed in sideways. GPU, no words necessary. Intel stock cooler, may be a problem depending on what CPU they have, I don't know. Mismatched RAM, may be a problem if the speeding's different, I don't know. 24 pin, not plugged in all the way. Did it happen during their troubleshooting? I don't know. 4 pin CPU connector, also not plugged in. Did that happen during troubleshooting? I don't know. Besides that, everything looks great. But you know what really makes me sad, Lupe? Crucial SSD. Micron said, you know what, consumers? We don't need you. We need AI. That's all we care about is AI. Pieces of shit. Assholes. They also have a mechanical HDD in there, which looks to be a Toshiba from May 2016. That's an old drive.
But you know what's even older than this drive? The idea that the only way to learn back-end development is to pay for boring lessons taught by boring instructors. Which is why learning to code with boot.dev is such a game changer. Boot.dev is a website that's set up like a video game, but it teaches you how to code without boring the shit out of you with useless info and obscure examples. You build real projects that require writing actual code. There are a ton of courses that go balls deep into back-end development from start to finish, or just teach you the basics, which is what I'm using it for. With boot.dev, I was able to actually learn the basics of the command line in Linux without falling asleep. And I even dipped my gooch into some Python. Wait, that doesn't sound right. The course content is free, but the interactive features, which are obviously the best part, do require a membership, which is still way cheaper than a university. And even cheaper if you use my discount code SalemTechGuy, where you get 25% off your entire first year. And if you do purchase a membership and don't like it, there's a 30-day no questions asked refund policy. Just head to boot.dev and get started.
But we need to turn this on to troubleshoot it. Obviously, I can't turn it on with all that stuff loose and unplugged. So let's start plugging stuff in. GPU, plugged in. Definitely not secure, but it's plugged in. 24 pin.
I heard the click.
Oh God. Oh, okay, seems we have more problems than we thought. There's missing screws on the motherboard. Now, this is a CyberPower case. It's a CyberPower computer. Again, I don't know the story behind this, right? So did that come from CyberPower like that? I don't know, so I can't say it did. Believe me, if I could say if it did.
I mean, I can say.
I would love to roast. Lupe is gonna spread misinformation without any facts. The 8 pin, or 4 pin, we're gonna plug in. RAM. Okay, I just saw 2 tabs move. Could you see that from that? No.
The greatest cameraman that's ever lived.
So I just saw 2 tabs move when I did that. Third tab, I don't know if you heard that or saw that, but that tab moved. So we had 3 tabs that just moved very slightly, but I want to make a note of it because I need to be super observant when working with other people's, stuff. Again, I don't know the history of this. SSD looks like is it Velcroed? It's duct taped. I respect that. Okay, let's get this guy going.
Wow,
That's a little loose.
Yeah.
HDMI is a little loose. Let's get our Dell monitor and, of course, everybody's favorite. You guys ready? That's right, baby. My IBM model KB8923 that we found stashed away in the ceiling. True story. Okay, we're plugged in, right? That's all we need. We got power. We need a mouse. We need a mouse, of course. What the heck? We need a mouse. There we go. That's how we should have it. There. Make it easy for the viewers. We do this all for the viewers. Okay, power button. Hold on. Is the power supply on? Yes, it is. Learning. I'm learning. Power button.
Oh, we got power.
Okay, fan spin. So lights on the motherboard, bouncing between CPU and DRAM. That hard drive's cooked, listen. Hard drive's dead.
That's unfortunate.
Yep. Is there something in here? I hear something spinning. Nothing's in there. We have no post and we're bouncing between CPU and DRAM. So let's hope it's just a DRAM issue. Power button does nothing because it's stuck in a boot loop.
Speaking about loops, you want to hear my loops? Listen, Loop AG on YouTube.
Let's troubleshoot that DRAM girl. Tiny raccoon-like fingers. Let's just reseat it. You'd be surprised at how often just reseating the RAM actually fixes it. We have a 2400, 16, 16, 16. So we want to make sure that all of these are 16, 16, 16 with 2400 megahertz. Our next stick is Ballistics, 16, 16, 2400. Okay, that's cool. By Micron. Oh man. Oh, I don't think you guys understand the impact, or maybe you do, that Micron stopping consumer storage and RAM is. We're so screwed for the next few years. It's depressing. And it's going to have a direct impact on my business too, because all the laptops that I sell, I try to sell them with 16 gigs RAM minimum. And I purchase a lot of RAM. So this current batch that we have only has 8 gigabytes in each laptop, and I'm out of RAM and I can't afford RAM because I already sell these laptops either at cost or just a little profit to cover labor. And now I'm going to be taking like a big loss on these laptops. So that's not cool. We'll see what happens, but it's not looking good at all. So let's try reseating it, see what happens. Okay, after reseating the RAM, we're gonna try one more time. Now this is interesting because the guy said it was crashing. It wasn't even booting. So did he accidentally like hit the RAM or something when it was happening, and that's why it was giving the DRAM, it was blinking back and forth? Who knows? We're gonna find out. We went immediately to VGA. Oh dear, that's never a good sign. So we're no longer boot looping like we were before, but VGA lights on and we have no display. Not good. Let's try the,
Oh, shit. The greatest technician that's ever lived.
How do you do it? Who knows? Okay, so no lights on the motherboard, and we're preparing automatic repair. Huh. An unexpected I/O error has occurred. That is the dead hard drive. So the hard drive clicking obviously is the I/O error.
Yeah.
Clearly, right? But he has an SSD. So I'm gonna disconnect the HDD, see what happens if I just boot it.
You already did disconnect it.
No, HDD is plugged in.
Is it?
Yep.
Oh,
we just
that
got
was
the
the
DVD
CD
drive.
Yep.
Lupe, spreading misinformation.
Fight me on my Patreon.
Let's unplug that HDD. Wow, that's good.
You should probably lick that thing, see what happens.
Now I don't know why this hard drive would die. We're gonna disconnect it. Power's gone. Let's see if it boots. Oh, I forgot to shut the computer off. Whatever, can't get any more broken than it is.
The greatest technician that's ever lived.
All right, power button again. We got the VGA light, just like we did last time, and we got a boot. It looks like it booted faster that time, no?
It did.
It did. Okay, cool. So now,
Windows Repair.
this is what happened. The BIOS defaults got reset. It tried to boot from the HDD. That's probably what happened. Okay, we're gonna have to install our own version of Windows in order to troubleshoot this thing. So we're in BIOS. I just want to see what was going on with this thing. I have no idea what the CPU it has. I know how much RAM it has, obviously, but so we have a 525 gig SSD.
Wow.
That's a weird number. 525?
Probably an old SSD.
i5-6402P. I've never even heard of that CPU. This is the problem with trying to recreate an issue. I need to look at his logs. I need to be his doctor, right? I need him to poop into a cup, and I need to inspect his logs. His computer is pooping into a cup on the hard drive, and now I need to get in there and dig through it. That's a disgusting analogy, but it's very accurate. Now, the reason I need to do this compared to just installing Windows fresh is because his issue may not be recreated with a fresh install of Windows. So I need to determine whether or not his issue was a software issue or a hardware issue. Because if I reinstall Windows and it works fine, I'm gonna give it back to the guy, and then he's like, it's still happening. And I'm like, well, fuck. All right, now I'm gonna use a program called Blue Screen View. It allows you to view your blue screen and make sense of what the hell those letters and numbers and all that hieroglyphics mean. We are in our portable version of Windows 10, and we loaded their dumps. So now I'm inspecting those logs. Not good, Lupe. What does that say? NVL. That is NVIDIA. DX kernel sys. That's also NVIDIA. So these are GPU-related crashes. And it looks like it happened in January 2025 and May 2025. And that's probably when he said, you know what? Guess what? No more computer for me. And then gave it to his friend. So now we need to figure out, why is it doing that? Is it the GPU? Was it a bad GPU? Or was it bad GPU drivers? Now, unfortunately, it's never the drivers. We know this. We know this. Never the drivers.
Out of all the troubleshooting we've done over the years.
Yes. Not a single one has it ever, not one time has it ever been the drivers. Probably because the customer probably tried the driver first, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if it didn't install, they didn't bring it to the shop. So now I have Benchmade open, and I have Ada64, so I do have a stress test over here. So I'm gonna click the stress test. Let's see what happens. I should install FirmArk. I'm gonna grab FirmArk too. All right, so this isn't good. So GPU issue aside, we're climbing, baby. We're at 98 degrees, and I'm not talking about the good one. Oh, we've hit 100 degrees under load.
Wow.
100 degrees Celsius, so at any time this computer is probably gonna shut off. You know, I have a feeling why it's doing this. This could be a problem. Okay, this is getting weirder. Event viewer. We're in event viewer. So we have disk errors. Now you would think it's for the SSD, HDD. No, it's for the SSD. That's drive 1. So the SSD is giving us disk errors, but wait, there's more. So if we go all the way down, now did you see that quick disk? That was disk 0. Clearly, disk 0 is cooked, right? Hard disk 0, drive 0, hard disk 1, drive 1. So those are two different hard drives. That means the mechanical hard drive we already know. Now, I gave you a little glimpse of that one. Look at this. I've never seen this in my entire life. I've never seen this many errors. Give me a second. Okay, there we go. Now from here, look at the time. 5:31:04. Is the time changing? The time changed 1 second. Look at this. I'm pressing page down. That's right. Look how many errors a second this thing generated. Absolutely insane. I've never seen this in all 69 years of my career. I've never seen this many errors written to the event log. This is nuts. It's still going. It goes all the way down to the bottom. Just to show you. All the way down. All the way down. All the way down. 5:30:46. So within the span of 2 minutes, it wrote that many errors. Ironically, this wasn't even when it died. He kept using us until May, so this was one of the days where it blue screened. The other day was in May. Holy crap, that's nuts. All right, let's run FirmArk, see if we can get this thing to crash.
5 minutes later.
Crash. It crashed. Lupe was late.
I was tying my shoes.
He was with my wife. Hold on, look how, this is not a resolution issue. Do you see how poor the resolution is here? All right, the GPU failed during FirmArk. You know what happened, you guys? I was moving the mouse around, like, watching FirmArk, and then the mouse stopped. And I started screaming, and we didn't get it on camera. I'm glad at least we got the error. Well, looks like the GPU is toast, folks. And the CPU's overheating. Wow, this guy has some friggin' issues, doesn't he? All right, so I know you're asking, I know you're asking, well, what the hell? Why are you putting this much work in this computer? He only wants to play like League of Legends and
Elder Scrolls Online.
that's what it was, Elder Scrolls and League of Legends. So, I mean, it doesn't need anything crazy. So that's why we're investing time into this thing, because a 6th gen Intel should be able to play League of Legends, right? Let's see what we can do about that CPU. Okay. Well, clearly, the CPU was overheating. We can assume it's due to this. Let's see what that paste is looking like. Obviously, it's not making contact right there. Yeah, make it. Oh my lord.
Oh, man.
Oh god, you hate to see it. That's bad, man. Wow. Look at this.
Talk about liquid metal.
Look at that closely.
It's like the Wu-Tang sign.
Do you see the grooves? It does look like the Wu-Tang. Huh. Isn't that something? Look at the grooves in the thermal paste. It was never making contact. Wow. I mean, I'm impressed that this thing... Yeah. Those temps under idle were like 60. That's impressive. That's very impressive, actually. Let's get rid of that thermal paste. Sorry, the mic wasn't plugged in. We just realized that. Oopsie daisy. We panicked. That's what happened. So, I got a little 99 isopropyl on this baby. And we're just going to scrape off this old thermal paste. I've never heard of this CPU, but I'm sure some of you nerds have. Put some thermal paste on there. We're doing some Duronot today. I don't know why I'm even wasting Duronot on this thing, but we are. Don't judge me. This stuff is thick. Don't judge me until you've pasted yourself with Duronot. Wait, don't paste yourself with Duronot. Let's put this back in. We need to replace this GPU. Poor thing. It's been through hell. That sucks, because that thing looks brand new, which also kind of concerns me. Why is this so clean?
Maybe they washed it.
Yes, they power washed it. That is, that's quite concerning. This should not be that clean compared to the rest of the computer. Thankfully, we have another video card, don't we? We don't have another video card, do we? We found an XFX 580, but it's only a 4 gig version. This is just to stress test the machine. If this works, then we will order the guy like a cheap video card. Really any cheap video card to play League of Legends. Okay, let's see what those, let's run our test again, see what those temps are.
La temperatura. Maybe if you plug it in there, genius.
Listen, man, listen.
The greatest technician.
I'm getting trauma. That's what's happening right now.
Yeah.
Trauma flashbacks of you get an old piece of dog shit computer that's not worth fixing and you need to fix it and you end up replacing the entire thing, and I'm no longer a repair shop, so I don't actually have parts like that in stock anymore, so I have to deal with these parts that I don't even know friggin' work.
People, he's lying. We have Trident downstairs.
That's true, but Trident does not have 1080 Ti's laying around. They have friggin' Fire Pros and other graphics cards that cost way too much for League of Legends. Shut the fuck. Like, why is the temperature 90 degrees? Why is it idling at 90 degrees?
That's a good question.
I installed the GPU driver. Why is it so high?
Oh my gosh.
Oops.
That was on purpose, people.
Yeah, that was a joke. That was a skit. That was just a skit. But I got something to say here. It was only at 90 degrees with no fan.
Wow.
Yeah, so.
It held its own.
It did hold its own, so I think the thermal paste is working. That's what that means. So what I want to do is give him the 8GB RX 580. I'll probably grab one off eBay or something. Again, we don't keep stuff in stock anymore, which sucks. Desktop equipment. And ironically, when I started buying stuff, because I was going to do more PC content, RAM shortage. So I literally only have 1 stick of RAM, DDR5 RAM, for that computer, for my new computer. But this is a little preview. See this? That's gonna be my solution for only having 1 stick of DDR5 desktop RAM, because I have a lot of laptop RAM, DDR5. Stay tuned for that one. Look at these temps, Lupe. 65 degrees.
Wow.
Under full load. You love to see it.
Would have been better if it was 69 degrees.
Hey! You're right. Now, all you car guys out there, I'm gonna make an analogy right now, because I just found something. Imagine someone giving you a 3000 GT, or an RX-7, or a 300ZX. Now, you non-car guys, imagine someone giving you just problems. Like, here you go, here's some issues.
Oh, yeah.
That's what this guy's friend just did to him. SSD is failing miserably. His SSD is cooking. It's not good.
Jeez.
That's not good. Rest in peace, Crucial. Another Micron bites the dust the day that Micron Consumer Division bites the dust. Crucial is gone. This Crucial drive is gone. This fan bearing, I don't know if you can hear it.
I'm tired, boss.
But you know what? We repasted the CPU, so at least it's not overheating. This is a rough one. All right, so what have we learned today, everybody? Well, this guy's SSD is cooked, his GPU was cooked, his CPU was overheating, his fan's cooked, it's a little dusty, and it's gonna cost like 13,000 times more than to just buy another computer. However, he's only using this for League of Legends. So a cheap video card should be good. It's just a matter of money. The GPU is gonna cost, you know, this much money. Yeah, Windows 10, he can keep Windows 10 for now. Unfortunately, League of Legends doesn't work on Bazzite, so you can't run it on Linux. So I mean, technically, I guess I could bypass Windows 10 and install Windows 11 for him, but we have some thinking to do with this guy, and this is when communication is involved with talking to the customer. So when people ask me, you're an IT technician, you're a computer repair guy, teach me, how'd you learn? I say this all the time, look how stupid I am, right? I'm an idiot. Process of elimination, that's how I determine what's wrong. There's a certain set of methods, yes, but the most important quality that I have is communication. And that's what I'm gonna have to do with this guy. I'm gonna have to communicate with him and say, hey, this is what you need to spend to do this. What do you want to do? And he's gonna ask questions. I'm gonna have to answer those questions. And that's the biggest thing when it comes to fixing computers. But he needs all this stuff. So what would you do?
Just like the show.
I know what I would do. Smoke drugs.